Welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon. Of course, if it is your first time here, now is your chance to hit that thumbs up button and, of course, subscribe. Turn on notifications and get ready for Magic Yuli from Tribe Academy / Tribe Gaming, putting up the incredible numbers. That is right, a perfect Legend League day. 800%. 8 attacks, 100% each, every single one with Lalo with a twist. That is right, it's not completely standard Laloon. He's got a jump spell in there as well. So Magic Yuli with a feat that is rarely accomplished in Legend League and even more rare at above 5,200 trophies. Remember, he's not facing any bases that are intentionally dropping out of Legend League. He is facing tough opponents with serious bases set up to confuse and confound their attackers, and he is going in again and again and again with this Queen Charge, with the jump spell and the Lalo, and picking up, that's right, a perfect day in Legend League. Now, if you've done it or you know that somebody has done it, let me know, because I would love to look into featuring that in a future episode, but I would love to see it at even a higher trophy level. Right now, this is going to stand as the all-time Clash of Clans world record for the highest Legend League player to achieve a perfect 8 for 8. 5,266 trophies. In fact, if you look back at the log, you'll notice that Magic Yuli's opponents, every single one of them, was at exactly 5,266. So that's another interesting thing to point out about Legend League right now, is there are so many players up here battling that when you go to match your opponents, most likely all 8 of your opponents that day will be at the same exact trophy count. Because remember, when you queue up for your Legend League attacking day, you will be matched with 8 opponents and snapshots of their bases at that moment. So that's where the algorithm is selecting other players that are at or near your trophy level. And it looks like, from what I've seen, there's enough players in Legend League right now that you will get the exact same trophies as you have much of the time. I've seen the same thing personally on my side, way down at 5,000 and all the way up to 5,500 as well. An impressive feat at any level. We're going to take a closer look and a bit more insight into Magic Yuli's attacks. But again, Lalo, definitely one of the strongest attacks out there. We're seeing many Legend League players still using Lalo, Queen Charge Hog Rider, Queen Charge Miner, P.E.K.K.A. Smash, and the occasional P.E.K.K.A. Bobat like yours truly. And a lot of these attacks have 3-star potential. But a big key that Magic Yuli is using is this jump spell with his Queen Charge. So we're going to watch that, and then as we get into a second attack, we're going to watch another key to success, and that is patience. Notice as Magic Yuli, and he told me this when I talked to him about the attacks, he uses every single second that he's given leading up to the beginning of the attack to examine the base. He is very carefully trying to break down where he's going to attack from, what he is going to target with that Queen Charge, and where and when to begin the air portion of the attack. So yes, we've got some occasional party wizard music in there. Great use of the coconut loons, picking up all sorts of seeking air mines, especially when he knows that there's going to be kind of that trapped area for the town hall. And Magic Yuli says he anticipates this. He is expecting this, obviously, with these bases, especially where you've got a town hall that's exposed or it's far off to one side. It is a very popular tactic from defenders and very easy to get through if you don't land in the middle of it all at once. So Magic Yuli being extremely patient both in analyzing the bases before the attack and during the attack. Notice that he has nerves of steel. He is not afraid to let his queen get well down into the red area in health and not waste that ability. Precision placement, again, like I've said a million times before, spell timing and placement. The use of the rage spells to make sure the Archer Queen's healers are helping her out and accelerating her damage is ideal. Right there, you see it again. Perfect drop and timing for the rage spell, and there's the jump. That's going to lead the Archer Queen in to get more value from the core of this base. Otherwise, she would have headed around and gotten to the Eagle, but that Inferno Tower would have burned the heck out of the healers. This way she gets in, takes out at least one Inferno Tower, moves on, and of course, ideally, Magic Yuli wants her to get that Eagle Artillery down as well. She's stuck on the Clan Castle right now. She's got another Inferno Tower to deal with, but here comes the Lalo portion, and again, look for the pathing. See where these units are moving in from the air. The Archer Queen has taken this entire quadrant, in fact, about a third of the base, by herself before she finally goes down. And although, and Magic Yuli pointed this out, he said oftentimes he's willing to sacrifice the amount of damage that the Queen gets in order to make sure that his Lalo portion or the Queen Charge portion doesn't run into a big trap, doesn't get wiped out, because you'll see, and maybe you've experienced this yourself, if you start out an attack like this and you fall into that trap, your Queen dies right away, the raid is doomed and you're likely to end up with a 1-star or worse. So again, I feel like the big key right here that Magic Yuli is showing us is patience in planning. You'll notice that each of these attacks runs almost to the end of the full 3 minutes that you have to attack, but also uses the full 30 seconds at the beginning. So Magic Yuli's attacks are very well planned out, very well thought out, and patience is absolutely key, because if you know how long these attacks are going to take, you can often finish them up at just about the right amount of time remaining. And there is another of his 8 in a row 3-star attacks. Now watch as we go into the next replay and you'll see it's the exact same army, but again, watch the clock right here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So yes, Magic Yuli is using that extra time to really take a close look at this base. And go ahead, you do it as well. Where do you think he's going to come from right here? As the timer starts, watch also how much time is on the clock. Remember, it's a 3-minute attack. That was 2:54. So that means at the end of this attack, Yuli is going to have only 6 seconds remaining on the clock when this attack was originally executed. Now he comes from the 12 o'clock side, and you'll notice because he's not focused on the Town Hall as much as he is on the Defending Queen, the Clan Castle, at least one Inferno Tower, and the Eagle Artillery. Great use of the wall breakers with a freeze right here to make sure that the Inferno Tower doesn't get in the way, and the Archer Queen is going to get in there, get huge value, but you'll notice not anywhere near 50% yet. So as the Queen moves in, the King has gone around and helped the funnel a bit. You can see he's on the outside now, 29% damage. Defending CC is coming out. The Queen and the Clan Castle both getting caught in the poison spell. That is a big bonus, and there is your jump spell to make sure she can get in even more deeply. And right here, as she gets frozen, no worries, there are no defenses around to really do much damage. She is going to get all the way across, and that means she will grab the attention of all 3 of these Expos. Again, huge value. She still has her ability. 34% damage, wait for it, as Yuli moves in, again being extremely patient, getting incredible value right here with the Queen Charge, getting all of these Expos out of the way and the sweepers, and now here comes the ground portion. And watch closely. Remember, the Town Hall does not weaponize until you pass 50% of damage done. But, and it's a big but, watch closely because there are many other ways to activate the Town Hall. The Lava Pups could do it, or watch right here, the splash damage from the balloons on the Tesla. That's right, splash damage, crash damage from the balloons as well. And you've got a Town Hall that is gone, a beautifully timed Warden ability. And you'll notice, even if that hadn't have worked, it looked like the balloons would have turned on that Town Hall right as they were passing by, because Magic Yuli was closing in on that 51% number. And sure enough, either way, the Town Hall goes down. Remember, there's so many different ways to activate that Town Hall. Other players will bring a single miner. Maybe they'll bring an Earthquake spell. A pup might do it. And you'll notice that Magic Yuli kept his cool the entire time, had no doubt. It's a lot to keep track of as the attack is moving in. But if you've done this attack hundreds or thousands of times, like many of these tribe players have, it becomes second nature. And I've noticed that with any attack. That's something I've been working on recently with Pekka Bat, and I gotta tell you, my freeze timing for the Pekka Bat is getting better every single day. When you practice enough raids, it will just become routine for you, and that is exactly what we are seeing right here. Magic Yuli again, putting up perfect numbers. And yes, we do have one more replay to look at. We've got 4 of the 8 replays from this perfect Legend League day, and we can watch another virtual flawless execution of Queen Charge Lalo, Queen Walk Lalo, whatever you want to call it, with the jump spell. So watch for it one more time. 5 healers. Again, Magic Yuli taking all the time in the world to prepare his attack. Notice where the storages are. That is likely where the traps, Teslas, bombs, mines are, about 11 to 1 o'clock at the top of the base, because of course the Town Hall is shifted off to the side. So Magic Yuli decides to avoid it, rather come in at an angle. He's going to use the Barb King to help funnel the Archer Queen so that she does go clockwise. But what you will see here is an Archer Queen that approaches the Town Hall from not directly at that trapped side. And again, she's after the Inferno Tower, the defending Archer Queen. There's an X-Bow or 2 there. Of course, the Clan Castle and the Eagle Artillery. And again, watch the Poison Spell doing double duty, going to be effective on the Archer Queen and the defending Clan Castle. Again, Yuli not targeting the Town Hall, which is definitely different than a lot of the Lalos you're seeing, a lot of these hero charge Lalos, where you're just sending in the heroes to try to take the Town Hall out at the beginning of the attack. And then, of course, that does take the pressure off because you don't have to worry about trying to get balloons to target a Town Hall. So this can be a more challenging attack simply because of the difficulty of making sure the Town Hall is activated and your balloons target it and take it down, as it needs to be a defense, obviously, for them to do that. So again, watch as Yuli moves in. Over 1/3 of this base is already down, and a pair of the air defenses. He's got the Eagle in his sights. The Eagle is just getting targeted right now with about 90 seconds left in this raid. This Queen gets the jump spell, and notice where she's headed. That's right, with the ability on top of the Town Hall. So I guess Yuli's showing some flexibility right here. If you can get the Town Hall, go for it. Obviously, if he had not succeeded in getting the Town Hall with the Archer Queen, I'm guessing his Lala would have come from the same general direction right here, and he would have waited to close in on that 50%, hoping that it was either going to be splash damage or, of course, the balloons would have to get to 50%. Right here you can see he finally is going to close in and pass 50%. Town Hall is down, and there is not a lot left to stop these balloons. Of course, there is still a lot of precision that goes into planning these attacks as far as loon placement, spell placement, knowing when to put those hastes down. He's still got 1 remaining haste because, of course, he's got the multi-target Inferno and the Wizard Towers to deal with. Those are a balloon's worst nightmare, especially a large group of balloons. But as you can see here, they easily outnumber the remaining defenses, and Magic Yuli on his way to his 8th 3-star in a row. Great value from keeping that Archer Queen alive. Amazing patience and planning right here. And these are the keys, in addition to spell timing and placement, to get these attacks down. And of course, selecting a strong army. There are a lot of armies that get the job done, but some are much stronger against certain bases than others, depending upon the base layout. Magic Yuli obviously having incredible success, but I'm suspecting other players can have just as much success with other armies if they are as proficient with it as Yuli was with Queen Charge Lalo. But let me know. I would love to feature you or a friend in a future episode for getting even higher and picking up a perfect 8 for 8 day. In the meantime, thank you so much for choosing to spend a few minutes of your day with me. Make the best of the rest of your day. Be kind to people, animals, and easy on the planet. And of course, I hope to see all of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, that Yuli fellow, take him join my clan. He's invited.